Okay, let's continue and finish questions 7 and 8 on this review. So let's go ahead and underline our substances. Copper and sulfuric acid. I wouldn't expect you to know that, so I gave it to you. React is our arrow. Copper 2 sulfate. Water. Now in this case, this comma means a plus sign. Then we have a comma and then the word and. So another plus sign and then sulfur dioxide, which I don't expect you to know. So again, I gave you that formula. Okay, let's go ahead and write this out. So copper is Cu. It's not a diatomic molecule, so we just leave it alone. Plus sulfuric acid, which is H2SO4. And that reacts to produce copper 2 sulfate. So copper, remember that Roman numeral means that it is the charge of copper, so plus 2. Sulfate's a polyatomic ion, so it's SO4 with a negative 2 charge. Plus water, plus sulfur dioxide. Okay, and then those charges cancel up there on the copper 2 sulfate. Okay, let's go ahead and let's balance this guy now. Okay, so when we balance this one, okay, we've got 1 copper and 1 copper. Skip hydrogen, go to sulfur, we have 1 sulfur. And notice here we've got 2 sulfurs. So sometimes that's kind of tricky, so double check to make sure they're not in 2 different locations. So we're going to put a 2 in front of the H2SO4. Now we've got 4 hydrogens on the left side. Here we only have 2, so we're going to add a 2 there. So 2 times 2 is 4. Now we have 8 oxygens, and here we have oxygen 4. And oh my goodness, we have it in another location, plus 2. Oh my gosh, plus 2 equals 8. So this is why we balance oxygen very last, because a lot of times oxygen, it's in multiple places. And so we have to double check to make sure that we have it in the correct, that we aren't changing it first and then changing everything else. So we want to always balance oxygen last. So that is now your balanced chemical equation. Okay, and now let's do number 8. Let's go ahead and underline. We've got calcium hydroxide and phosphoric acid. There's your formula for that. React to produce calcium phosphate and water. So calcium hydroxide, calcium's a Ca plus 2. Hydroxide is a polyatomic ion. It has a negative 1 charge, so we're going to swap and drop and use our parentheses. Plus phosphoric acid. And that goes to calcium phosphate. Again, calcium has a plus 2 charge. Phosphate is a 3 negative charge, so when we swap and drop, the 3 comes behind calcium. Parentheses with the 2 on the outside of the phosphate. And water is H2O. Okay, let's go ahead and balance this now after I erase our charges just to make things look a little bit cleaner. Okay, calcium, we've got 1 and 3, so we're going to go ahead and put a 3 at the front. Okay, skip the oxygen and the hydrogen. Let's go to phosphate. We've got 1 here. Notice that we have 2 there, so we're going to put a 2 in the front. Now let's go back to hydrogen. We've got 2 times 3, so we have 6 here. 2 times 3 is 6, so we have a total of 12 hydrogen on this side. On this side we have 2. 2 times what makes 12? That would give us a 6. Now let's go to oxygen. I'm going to do a different color on this one. We've got 2 here, plus 8, for a total of 10. Here we have 8 plus our 6 gives us 14. Okay, there's something wrong. So go back over here. I think I just missed something. So right here, oh, there it is. 3 times 2. I did not distribute my coefficient. See, it's so good to double check. So now that it's a 6 plus 8 equals 14. Okay, let's double check that one. That one was a little messy. That was my fault. But see, this is why we double check, just to make sure that we haven't made any mistakes. Okay, so let's double check again. Let's use green this time. So we have 3 calcium, 3 calcium. And when we double check, it doesn't matter what order we go in. So let's go ahead and do oxygen. We've got 3, but that distributes. So 3 times the 2 is 6, plus 2 times 4 is 8. So we've got 14 oxygen on that reactant side. On the product side, we've got 8 there, plus 6, so 14. That looks much better. Okay. Then we've got hydrogen. We've got 2 times the 3, so we've got 6 there, plus 2 times 3 is 12 hydrogen. Over here we have 6 times 2, which is 12. Okay, so now that's balanced. Let's check our phosphorus. Our phosphorus, we've got 2, 2, and we're balanced because we've already balanced the oxygen. So there is your balanced chemical equation. Okay, I hope that helps. Please let me know if you have any questions. I am going to have another Zoom meeting today at 2 p.m. I sent you an email in your Canvas, so look for that invite if you are interested. Okay, have a great day. Good luck on your test tomorrow. Adios.